Living frugally has never looked cool. It never has, and it probably never will. No one brags about saying no. No one posts pictures of choosing the cheaper option. No one gets applause for staying home instead of going out. But quietly, behind the scenes, frugality is one of the most powerful habits for building freedom, stability, and peace of mind. In the first 20 seconds, let's be honest. Saving money doesn't look impressive. Spending money does. Society celebrates consumption. New things, better things, faster things. We are surrounded by messages telling us that success should be visible. If people can't see it, it almost feels like it doesn't exist. And that's exactly why living frugally feels so uncomfortable for many people. From a young age, we're taught to associate progress with spending. A promotion means upgrading your lifestyle. A raise means better brands, better experiences, better comfort. Saying no feels like moving backward, even when it's actually a strategic step forward. Frugality goes against the emotional reward system society has built around money. One of the reasons frugal living feels uncool is because it requires delayed gratification. You don't get instant excitement. There's no rush.
No aplauso. No validación.
You simply make a quiet decision to protect your future self. And in a world obsessed with instant pleasure, quiet decisions feel invisible. Frugality also forces self-awareness. You have to ask uncomfortable questions. Do I really need this? Is this improving my life or just my image? Am I buying this for utility or for approval? These questions slow you down, and slowing down is often mistaken for lack of ambition. Another reason frugal living doesn't look cool is because it highlights contrast. When everyone around you is upgrading, traveling, and consuming, choosing restraint makes you stand out in the wrong way. You risk being seen as boring, cheap, or unsuccessful. Humans are social creatures, and social pressure is powerful. Many people spend not because they want to, but because they don't want to feel left out. There is also a misunderstanding that frugality means deprivation. People imagine a life without joy, comfort, or fun. In reality, frugality is about intention, not suffering. It's choosing what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. But that nuance is rarely shown online or in media. Living frugally doesn't create exciting stories. No one tells a dramatic story about skipping a purchase. But over time, those small decisions compound into something extraordinary. Less stress, more options, greater flexibility. The benefits show up slowly, which makes them easy to dismiss. Frugality also challenges ego. Spending money can feel like proof of success. Not spending requires confidence that doesn't rely on external validation. It means being comfortable knowing your progress without needing others to see it. That kind of confidence is quiet, and quiet confidence is often misunderstood. Another uncomfortable truth is that frugality exposes how fragile many lifestyles are. If cutting back feels painful, it's often because spending was supporting an identity rather than a need. Frugal living forces alignment between income, values, and goals, and alignment can feel restrictive before it feels freeing. Time plays a huge role here. Frugal choices rarely pay off immediately. They protect future time, future energy, and future options. Most people underestimate how valuable those things are because they can't be posted, flexed, or measured instantly. Social media makes frugality even harder. You see constant highlights of other people's lives, rarely their bank balances or stress levels. You compare your discipline to someone else's highlight reel, and discipline always loses that comparison. Frugal living requires mental strength in an environment designed to weaken it. Frugality also creates space. Space to say no to bad opportunities. Space to leave unhealthy situations. Space to handle emergencies without panic. These benefits don't look cool, but they feel powerful when life gets unpredictable. Another reason frugality isn't celebrated is because it doesn't feed systems built on consumption. Economies thrive on spending. Advertising thrives on desire. Frugality quietly steps out of that cycle, and anything that steps out of the cycle is rarely promoted. Living frugally often means accepting temporary discomfort for long-term stability. That trade-off is unpopular. People prefer comfort now over freedom later. But freedom later is built on decisions that looked boring at the time. There's also a difference between looking rich and being secure. Frugality focuses on security. It builds buffers. It reduces dependency. It increases resilience. Looking rich focuses on appearances, and appearances are expensive to maintain. Frugal living doesn't mean never enjoying life. It means enjoying life without turning every moment into a transaction. It means finding satisfaction beyond purchases. Those joys are quieter, but they last longer. As time passes, frugality begins to change your relationship with money. Money stops being something you chase or show off. It becomes a tool you respect. That shift alone reduces stress dramatically. The irony is that while frugality doesn't look cool at the beginning, its results eventually do. Freedom looks cool. Choice looks cool. Peace of mind looks cool. But by the time those show up, no one remembers the boring decisions that made them possible. Most people never experience that because they give up too early. They choose what looks good now instead of what feels good later. They confuse excitement with progress. So if you're living frugally and it feels awkward, boring, or invisible, understand this. You're not doing it wrong. You're just doing something that isn't designed for applause. Living frugally was never meant to impress others. It was meant to protect you, and maybe that's why it will never look cool.